Okay, guys, let's do our writing today. So we're going to try to put as much excitement as we can into our writing. Before we do, let's talk about pencil grip. Remember fish face? Have you been doing your hand exercises to work your little muscles in your hand so you can hold your pencil better? All right, remember you slip your pencil right through fish face. So you're holding it like this. These two fingers are asleep. And then when you hold your pencil, it needs to be back against your hand, right there. It needs to rest on your hand. You shouldn't be like this or like this. It needs to be between your fish face, these two guys asleep, and your pencil resting against the back of your hand. See? Like so. All right, let's write our story. So we talked about brainstorming. We've talked about making plans. Today we're going to talk about writing about something exciting, an exciting event that happened to you. So we're going to write about it. Let's see. I think I will write about, let's see, I'm having trouble remembering or thinking. So if I'm having trouble thinking, what's something I can do to help me when I brainstorm? You're right. I can go back and look at my list. So let me go look at my list. I'm going to look at events, things that happened to me. So I see a whole list of things. Oh, I want to write about the time I went to Florida. The first time I got to see the ocean. So I'm going to go all the way back to my next empty page, make sure I don't skip any. And I'm going to write about when I saw the ocean. So I'm going to draw a picture of the ocean and the beach and the clouds. And there's some little boats out there. Okay, there's my ocean picture. I'm going to color it real quick. You guys think of something you did that was exciting. I'm coloring in the ocean. Coloring it all in. And where I went to see the ocean, I bet a lot of you have been. But when I went to see the ocean, I was barely in my 20s, so I was a lot younger than I am now. And I actually got picked to go with my school. And I went to a workshop, which is a fancy word for a place teachers go to learn how to teach better. But where I went, it's called Destin. And I know you guys have been. Some of you have been. And the water looks kind of green at Destin. And actually, it's so pretty. The water turns like this real blue-green. So that's why I'm adding the green. I know you're probably thinking it's weird because water is not green. But at Destin, it looks kind of bluish-greenish. And it's really, really pretty. And I've been back a couple of different times since then. We were supposed to go back this summer while we were on vacation, but we decided not to. So maybe next year I'll get to go back to Destin. But I love Destin. It's beautiful. So I'm going to write, to me that was an exciting event when I got to see the ocean for the first time. So there's my water. I don't have a good color for the sand. I'm going to make it kind of, the beaches are pretty much white. That's another beautiful thing about Destin. The beaches are pretty much white, so I'm just going to put just a smidgen of yellow there, even though the sand's not really yellow. And then, draw my boat, color my boat in. Let's make his sail green, just because I feel like green today. Looks kind of like a leaf, doesn't it? Okay. Oh, and one more thing we saw at Destin. I went fishing at Destin. We went deep sea fishing. We went out on this boat. And we got to see dolphins. The dolphins were hanging out with the boat. And it was pretty cool. So, the second time I went, I don't think I got to see any dolphins. But the first time we saw all kinds of dolphins. Okay, so I'm going to write about it. First I'm going to label it. I'm going to write Destin. And again, I know how to spell it because I've been around for a hot minute or two. And I've done lots of reading and lots of writing. And so I know how to spell words. The more that you read and write, the more words you're going to learn. So Destin, let's write dolphin. Dolphin. Water. Today, I'm going to make 3 sentences. I want you guys shooting for 3 sentences. I know at the end of kindergarten, they really want you writing 3 sentences. Now you're at the beginning of 1st grade, so you should all be able to do it. We've worked up to this slowly. We've done 1 sentence, we've done 2 sentences. Today we're doing 3. We're just going to keep adding until you can write lots of sentences. So I'm going to say, we got to hook people though. Remember how you have to hook them with your reading or your writing? You have to make it interesting right off the bat. So let me think of a good way to start my story. We haven't gotten to it yet, but one way I can start it is with the setting of my story. The setting is the place where the story happens. The place where my story happens today is in Destin. So I'm going to start it out like this. I'm going to say, Destin is so pretty. And I'm putting an exclamation mark because that shows excitement. We're going to start working on adding more punctuation marks at the end of our sentences. We've only done periods so far, so I'm throwing in an exclamation mark. Destin is so pretty. When you read it, you get excited. It shows excitement. The only thing that should be capital is the beginning of the sentence. Destin is so pretty. I went fishing on a boat and I saw dolphins. That's another exclamation mark. So exciting! Exclamation mark. Now I want you to look at my sentence that I wrote. I put spaces. I stayed on these blue lines. Don't get off the blue lines. I ended with an exclamation mark because I was so excited. And I start with a capital letter. Oh, and I also made my I a capital because I'm talking about myself. When you talk about yourself, you're a person, so it has to be capitalized. I went fishing on a boat and I saw dolphins. The last thing I'm going to put is the water was blue and green, all mixed together. Period. Now, when you get to the end of your line, if your sentence is not done, you do not have to put a period here. You only put a period when your sentence is over, when you say what you wanted to say. So I put the water was blue and green and all mixed together. So if I put the water, period, would that have been a sentence? No, negative ghostwriter. The water was blue and green, all mixed together. So if I said the water was blue and green, all. Is that my sentence? No. My sentence ended here. So when you get to this pink line, that does not mean you have to put a period if your sentence is over. And it also doesn't mean you have to cram your sentence all in one line. Mine covered 2 lines 3 times that time. See, there's 1, 2, 3 lines it covered. If you're trying to write your sentence and you get to here, it's no big deal. Just scoot down to the next line and keep on trucking. Only this guy still does not get a capital. Your sentence starts here. I'm going to color it green where it started. That's the beginning. I'm going to color it red where it ended. That's the end. So again, watch me. Beginning, end. Beginning, end. So see, it began here, and it went, and it went, and that one went on 3 lines, and this one went on 3 lines. So sometimes your sentence is long, and it will cover more than 1 line. You guys keep up the good work, and I would like to see pictures of your writing if you would like to send them to me. So you write me about a time when you really loved doing something. Click here to listen to the story and here for your handwriting lesson, and happy writing.